Oh, right. We had some fireworks this weekend in the Bronx between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox. Josh Donaldson and Tim Anderson at the center of a new controversy. Some words were exchanged, things were said, somebody's upset about it, and now it's resulting in a one-game suspension for Josh Donaldson. Absolutely ridiculous. What else is new? MLB is the most incompetent group of leadership you could ever hear from. They're useless. But this is the heart of a new brewing controversy. Everybody wants to grab the headlines. Everybody wants to cry out racism. Some people are just dicks. Josh Donaldson's a dick. He plays for my team. He's always been a dick. I don't even like him. Didn't like him beforehand. Don't really like him now. But this is ridiculous. Just because someone is an asshole to you and they're a different color than you doesn't make them a racist. They're just an asshole, and Josh Donaldson's an asshole. But Tim Anderson took offense to some things that were said, and now he is suspended. Donaldson has been suspended for one game and fined an undisclosed amount, and he is appealing this. But this all stems from Donaldson allegedly called Tim, actually not allegedly, confirmed. Nobody is denying these things. Josh Donaldson called Tim Anderson Jackie multiple times on the baseball diamond on Saturday, and he took offense to this. For those of you who don't know, Tim Anderson is African-American. Josh Donaldson is white. I don't know why I have to say these things, but we need clarification, I guess. But this all stems from a 2019 interview that Tim Anderson gave where he referred to himself as this generation's Jackie Robinson. This is an absurd statement, by the way, by Tim Anderson. He was killed for this in 2019, and I like Tim Anderson. It's ridiculous. He's a good player. He's exciting to watch, but this was an absurd thing to do. He got killed for it, and he should be killed for it, and people are going to make fun of you, especially guys that are dicks trying to get under your skin. So in 2019 to Sports Illustrated, he said, I kind of feel like today's Jackie Robinson. That's huge to say, but it's cool, man, because he changed the game, and I feel like I'm getting to the point where I need to change the game. This was him talking about how baseball is boring and he's going to change the game for fun. This is an absurd statement. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. Jackie Robinson is an American hero. I understand, like, to everybody, I would say 99% of this country, Jackie Robinson's a hero. He faced, like, actual racism and threats on his life and dangers. The man had to wear a metal plate in his baseball hat because pitchers would throw at his head, okay? He couldn't stand on first base because they would try and spike him. Like, there's no comparison to that into 2019 when these comments were made. We were getting paid millions and millions of dollars. Everybody loves you, basically. That's like your fans. Like, everyone loves you. And it's for fun. No, what? Fun. Yeah, I think baseball's got old curmudgeon ways, but to compare yourself to Jackie Robinson is absolutely ridiculous by Tim Anderson. But he took offense to, they had some bad blood. They got into a little scruffle last weekend on a tough play at third base. Anderson's trying to get back to third base. Donaldson's covering the bag, kind of pushes him off the bag. Umpire calls him safe. Tim Anderson took offense. He gives him a shove. And this kind of started the whole thing, But Donaldson and Tim Anderson were, Donaldson was calling him Jackie in Atlanta in 2019, he said. But he's been, he's being a dick. He's like, hey, Jackie, and that spurred everything on. Tim Anderson is as soft as, Charmin toilet paper or whatever. He took offense to this. He cried racism. Actually, I don't think Tim Anderson ever said cried racism, but he called it disrespectful. And I get it. There are some connotations calling an African-American on a baseball diamond Jackie, but you said it yourself, okay? I don't think Josh Donaldson's a racist. I don't think he's being racist. I think he's just a dick. And Yasmani Grandal kind of blew everything up on Saturday. And this played into the suspension of Donaldson because apparently his words instigated the brawl. But look at him. He's just walking to the bag, and Yasmani Grandal gets up in his face, talking shit. Look at this. This is an at-bat. Let's have the at-bat. Now he's saying shit, and their words are being exchanged, blah, 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 blah. And now they're going off, and we'll fast forward. The bench is clear. Everyone's having fun, and then they're restraining Tim Anderson. I'm sure Donaldson called him Jackie again, like a dick. And so this is what happened. Everybody agrees what was said. It's just him being an asshole, okay? Everyone's trying to grab the headlines. Everyone's trying to decry racism for this. And it's ridiculous. How soft are you going to be, Tim Anderson? Like, it's disrespectful. You called yourself Jackie Robinson. You referred to yourself in that manner. Everyone's going to use every piece of ammunition to get under your skin. And you look weak and pathetic, dude. You want to be the leader of baseball? Yeah. Think about the things Jackie Robinson actually got called. And he took it like a champ unnecessarily. And his teammates had his back. I mean, if you've seen the movie 42, I'm sure it's a little over-dramatization, but it was bad, and they stood by him. Tim, you can't look this soft, dude. He called you Jackie. You called yourself Jackie. He's being an asshole. He's trying to get under your skin. Clearly it worked. And then we got old Tony La Russa here saying it's racist. Tony, you're 1,000 years old. You grew up in the South in Jim Crow. If anybody here in any of these situations is going to be looked at a little like, oh man, it's going to be your old ass. So I don't know what you're talking about. Your team already hated you because you tried to kill the fun last year. You managed to get out of your old ways. But this is such a nonsense story. Everyone's trying to grab headlines. ESPN was race baiting last night, and it just causes further divide amongst people, and it's so unnecessary. Like I said, just because somebody's a different color than you and is an asshole to you doesn't make them a racist. It just makes them an asshole. And that's what Josh Donaldson is. That's what he's always been. Just an asshole. So this is ridiculous. He's now got more suspension time than the entire Houston Astros teams that cheated baseball and ruined the game, essentially, and it made it a sham for a year. But no, we're going to talk about this. This is a bad look for Tim Anderson. You can't overeat. You just can't have this. You gotta be tougher than this. People get shit said to them all the time, and this was not anything. He called him the N-word, then we got a real friggin' problem here. He called you Jackie in reference to your own thing, and you're pissed off at him because the two teams don't like each other. You guys have been jawing back and forth, and not to mention everybody hates Donaldson already because he called out the sticky stuff, pitchers in particular, and there were moments last year when Donaldson played for the Twins against the White Sox where he was chirping at the pitchers. So this is just a whole blow-up of a story. It shouldn't be anything. It's being way overplayed. And Donaldson made the mistake here by apologizing. Don't ever apologize. You should never publicly apologize to anything, to anyone, because then everyone just comes after you and piles on and said, hey, if you want to apologize to Tim Anderson in private and say, hey, man, I don't know, I'm sorry if that upsets you, but you handle that in private. You say, I'm going to talk to Tim in private and we'll get this thing hammered out. You don't ever publicly apologize because it just turns out awful. So now Donaldson's suspended for a game. He's going to appeal it. And now everyone thinks he's a racist. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Am I totally off on this? Do you agree with this situation? Let me know what you think on the comments below. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.